Hello NetJets team, this is Matt Bergen with another step in how we configure and manage our system. One of the items you asked us to show was how we modify or create employee class, or employee types is the term you use. That's actually just a pick list. We do that under configure object definitions. Both our objects in the application as well as pick lists are found under here. So we will just go to pick list, and as I mentioned, we call it employee class. And as you can see, it's just a pick list for employee class. I have the ability to insert a new record to add new information, or I can just make a correction to the existing one. If I insert a new record, it inserts a new row with an effective date. Just put my information in. We'll call this NetJets. And you can see the other ones here. You've got employee, trainee, intern, temporary, seasonal, all of your standard employee classes or employee types. And we save it. That's it. That's our process for updating and maintaining employee class. Now there's a second thing you asked for as well that we'll show kind of in this same scenario, and that was you had a question out there about employee IDs. Our system does give you the ability to manage, create, and automatically create employee IDs, and we do that with a tool that we call the sequencing tool. So under manage data functionality, you'll see there's an option here for sequence. So anytime you need to create something that has a sequence associated with it, with a sequencer step, you can. So we would call this ID, probably person ID or NetJets ID. And all we need to do is put the start, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the step is how many steps you want it to take each time it creates a new ID. So if we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we do a step 1, the next step will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and so on and so forth. Now, this seems pretty simple, and you might want an ID that isn't just the start number and a step. With the business rules engine that we showed on the first day, you actually have the ability to create some pretty complex business rules around what we do for sequence and IDs and personal IDs. You can do IDs where it takes where the business rule says take the first letter of the first name, the first letter of the last name, 6 digits, 6 zeros behind it, and then add the next step and number. You can have a rule where it just says take the first letter of the first name and all of the last name and make that their user ID. There's a variety of ways to do it depending on what your needs are. And of course, like most systems, if you're using Active Directory or another tool to actually create those IDs and you just want to import them and use that same ID in our application, we can support that as well. So again, just wanted to show you a couple of things that we support, what the system and tool looks like, and how we do it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Mark. Thank you very much.